Today, we're coming to you from the grand halls of the University of Birmingham, an institution steeped in discovery and research since 1900. The University of Birmingham was the UK's first civic university, a place designed for everyone, not just the privileged few. Every one of our graduates today is a part of that proud tradition of learning and achievement. Degree congregations at the University of Birmingham date back to 1901 and are held here in the Great Hall, right at the heart of our Edgbaston campus. Attended by nearly 30,000 graduates and guests each year, these events are the highlight of the university calendar and represent for many students the conclusion of their studies at Birmingham. Originally built as a cathedral to learning, the Great Hall never fails to impress our visitors. The building is Grade 2 listed, and it's really the details that make the space so special. It features a trompe-l'oeil domed ceiling located above its formal marble entrance. The entrance is bordered by archways that are designed to draw the eye towards the centre of the room. The music you can hear is being performed by our very own student musicians. They often perform versions of modern pop hits or songs with a Birmingham connection. As our graduands wait for the ceremony to start, this is a time for them to reflect on how far they've come. They may think back to the first lecture they attended in a packed lecture hall, making friendships that will last a lifetime. Maybe they're thinking back to their first eureka moment, when their chosen field of study finally clicked into place. Or perhaps they're thinking about late-night debates in the guild, that group project that pushed them to their limits, or the spark of inspiration when they saw their research was really making an impact. Today they close one chapter and open another. A degree from the University of Birmingham is more than just a name on a certificate. Our graduates are recognised by employers for their resilience, creativity, and dedication. Soon, they'll find many exciting opportunities waiting for them. A quick shout out to the staff, students and volunteers who have made this special day possible. We couldn't have done it without you. Also, a reminder to share your photos from today on social media. Make sure to tag our accounts so we can engage with your moment. The audience is a mixture of graduands who sit in the back of the hall, and their loved ones who are seated near the stage. During the ceremony, the graduands will make their way up to the stage, accept their scroll, and be applauded by their families and fellow students. In the sea of formal robes in the ceremony, attendees may spot black gowns, red and green gowns, and possibly some other eye-catching colours. The black robes are worn by those graduating with their bachelor's and master's. Green and red robes are for those picking up a doctorate degree. To the families, friends and supporters watching from home today, your encouragement, pep talks and well-timed cups of tea have helped our graduates reach this day. Let's take a moment to appreciate the parents who still don't quite understand what their child studied, but are immensely proud regardless. Well done, everyone. You've earned this celebration. Soon, our ceremony will begin. There's a degree of pomp and circumstance to the day that echoes back through the years. These rituals connect our graduands today to students from the very first British universities formed in the 13th century. This procession isn't just tradition for tradition's sake. It's the university's way of honouring the past, affirming the authority of scholarship, and marking the threshold our graduands are about to cross. Now it's time for the procession to start. Senior academics of the university are led into the Great Hall by two mace bearers and will sit on stage throughout the ceremony. There is a mace bearer at the front of the line and one at the back. The latter is called the Esquire Bedell. Both carry large silver maces that they put down on stage. This is a ceremonial kick-off to the day. The mace bearers are usually staff members from the university who have volunteered to take part. Row by row, the procession makes its way up to the stage, passing proud faces in the congregation, students in mortarboards, parents wiping away tears, tutors exchanging proud glances. A senior member of the university, such as the Chancellor or a provost, will be the last to take their place. They'll stand before the attendees and declare the congregation open.
Good afternoon, everyone. I declare the congregation open.
Well, good afternoon to you all, and a very warm welcome to Birmingham. It's wonderful to see so many of you here today at our beautiful campus. My name is Professor Nick Vaughan-Williams. As Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Head of the College of Social Sciences, it's my pleasure to welcome you, our graduands, and your friends, family and supporters to this, your graduation ceremony. We're here today to celebrate the completion of this part of your educational journey, with all the ups and downs of study and university life that it will have entailed. You did it! Now, today is especially meaningful as we celebrate not only an important milestone in your life, but also in the life of the university as we mark our 125th anniversary. Today, we are celebrating this, but we have been celebrating it, of course, over the last few months. Together, we have celebrated in so many different memorable ways, from Old Joe, lit up in vibrant colours, to selfies with friends in the Green Heart, and the many UOB extra events over the summer. Just weeks ago, thousands of students, alumni, staff and neighbours attended our Come to Campus festival. Under the open sky, our orchestras and guest performers paid tribute to Birmingham's musical heritage, from Elgar to ELO, in a celebration that was proudly Brummie and unmistakably ours. It was also a reminder that this university, founded in 1900 and now ranked 76th in the world, is more than buildings and books. It is our people who bring it to life. It's been a real pleasure to have you all as part of our community over the past few years. Behind me are some of our university community who have encouraged your intellectual curiosity, nurtured your creativity, and inspired you to question and to explore. In front of me, and tuning in from all corners of the globe, are your friends, family and supporters, ready with tissues and cameras, brimming with pride for all that you have achieved. Now, in a moment, you will come up onto this stage, and our Chancellor, Sandy Okoro, will admit you to your degree. This is your big moment. So when your name is read out, that will be the formal moment of your graduation. And family and friends, that is your cue to make a lot of noise. Now, one person who may not be able to make as much noise as they'd like to, however, is Sandy, because her son, Max Okoro-Hopkins, is also graduating today with a degree in criminology. I think that deserves a round of applause. And we believe that this is the first time that a Birmingham Chancellor has graduated their child. And so when it's Max's turn, please make even more noise to celebrate yet another first in the university's history. So one final piece of advice from me: please do take care on these steps, give a massive smile for the cameras, and don't forget to savour your moment. My warmest congratulations to you all. Very well done.
Now for the handing of the scrolls. The graduands walk across the stage to collect their scroll from the presiding officer.
By virtue of my authority as Chancellor, I admit those persons listed in the programme, both in attendance and in their absence, to the degree for which they are to be presented.
Good afternoon. I'm Professor Kerry Allen, School of Social Policy and Society. Chancellor, to you and to the university, I present the names of these graduands, as listed in my programme, proved worthy to be admitted to their respective degrees. College of Social Sciences, School of Social Policy and Society. Doctor of Philosophy, for research into investigating cybercrime amongst female students in Saudi Arabia and identifying how social work can respond to the challenges. Tafa Michel Al-Zawiki. For research into girls' lived experiences of relationships and sex education across 2 English Catholic schools, focusing on how faith perspectives intersect with broader narratives of girlhood and sexuality. Abby Alice Gilsonen. For research into mental health and access to health services with people who've migrated to the UK, Sarah Talib Al-Sarraf. For research into the harms of the Bangladeshi garment industry and global chain of production, Jasim Uddin Khan. For research into the use of deliberative democracy approaches in criminal justice policy making, Thomas Benjamin McNeill. For research into social cohesion and societal well-being, Unyasa Mogra. For research into everyday understandings of safety and risk for people living with dementia and those who support them, Catherine Elizabeth Zwerger. Master of Arts, Global Public Policy with Integrated Placement, Hannah Cho. Han Chang Choi. Duki Jung. Min Soo Kim. Yun Tai Lee. Min Se-young Park. Aisha Kaur Swan. Ashleah Suleiman Unia. Social Research, Social Policy, Rebecca Megan Elizabeth Williams. Berlind Zaeri. Social Work, Zoe Jones. Shuai Ren. Kelly Louise Hayden. Master of Science, Advanced Child Protection Studies, Brett Riches. Bachelor of Arts, Criminology, Leo Adams. Zakaria Agunizira. Ajua Minta Ajirifo. Noga Aharon. Asra Ali Mohammed Ahmed Al-Kindi. Hafsa Anjan. Eva Anusoske. Hannah Beard. Khadija Begum. Tia Benjamin. Evie Bruce. Tafara Alicia Chikwakwa. Harriet Clark. Ellie Rose Cogan. Ella Jane Caldecott. Bryony Collard. Polly de Villa Clark. Rabael Fida. Benedict Fletcher. Lydia Fowler. Cameron Singh-Gidder. Catherine Greast. Sophie Rebecca Harrison. Thomas Hayes. Sophie Hepplewhite. Fabia Hoch. Rachel Huntley. Rajdeep Kaur. Claudia Kowalczyk. Jacob Kowalczykiewicz. Aliyah Lane. Lauren McCann. Marquez Makuti. Cameron McKay. Evie Millay. Laurie Mole. Georgia Moncur. Jack Moss. Supriya Nadran. Matthew Njenga Mganga. May Norris. Lewis Newman. Isabella O'Hara. Max James Chinky Okoro Hopkins. Naomi Parsonage. Jessica Pedley. Aisha Rafiq. Manpreet Kaur Rai. Ella May Robertson. Alicia Rossetti. Sadie Ryan. Fatima Sadiq. Alison Rose Glidden-Smith. Cameron Staley. Francesca Stamp. Fleur Stratton. Antonia Thompson. Amarjit Upar. Rihanna Vecchia. May Wells. Amara Zahir. Isra Khadija Zamir. Criminology with Year Abroad, Paige Ellis. George Ivor Stephen Glynn. Nia Newton-Smith Cook. Mariam Rawal. Amber Lee Wright. Criminology with Year in Civic Leadership, Heather Kate Ratcliffe. Policy, Politics and Economics, Amber Ali. Oliver Blakemore. Finn Beckett Carpenter. Jasper Cotton. Zoe Devereux. Thomas Fraser. Alicia Gavocci. Kirsten Malomani Yong. Siki Lu. Florian Martin. Emilia Matano. Precious Oladameji. Imogen Turner. Policy, Politics and Economics with a year in Computer Science. Hadra Ahmed. Policy, Politics and Economics with a year abroad. Serena Jumfua Burko. Matilda Collins. Dylan Robert Jones. Olivia Bernice Lloyd. Clementine Rose Mesa. Alexander Jonathan Ramsey. Saba Zero Rasa. Zainab Shire. Jake Peter Stackhouse. Social Policy. Zainab Ali. Emma Bull. Sophie Callahan. Lily Soper. Dion Ama Enam Williams. Amelia Wynne. Social Policy and Criminology, Jessica Davis. Eliza Farrell. Alicia Lynott. Alicia Maguire-Toombs. Imogen Rose McCracken. Jasleen Narwan. Alicia Wajid. Catherine Webb. Anya Windsor. Yuan Ting Yoon. Social Policy and Criminology with Year Abroad, Daisy Brown. Grace Taylor. Social Policy with Year Abroad, Justina Efeoluwa Kayode. Social Policy with Year in Civic Leadership, Megan Saris. Social Work, Monique Tasia Brown. Jada Iqbal. Sociology, Elizabeth Barham. Bianca Brooke. Catherine Carey. Lillian Serap Castell. Jemima Culverhouse. Caris Effie. Sophie Goldstone. Amelia Hoddy. Runman G. Ruben Kears. Umaima Maisha Kandakar. Penny Mace. Maria Mahmoud. Nurul Namira Mohammed Nazir. Idayat Odunewu. Savannah May Vivian Quain. Ava Ritchie. Hiba Sajad. Teniola Salou. Eve Scarhill. Lou Scaife. Bruna Simeo. Ania Tiley. Nicole Wallace. Jing Wong. Ellie J. Watson. Amelia Webb. Amber Wilson. Sophia Ziola. Sociology and Criminology, Blessing Annan. Akosia Asidua Antri Nuama. Mia Louise Crittenden Baker. Sarah Buamayong. Daisy Cole. Molly Dillon. Amani Gohir. Katie Goodwin. Katie Grant. Sophie Natasha Hall. Olivia Hardy. Macy Harris. Fahim Khan. Yat Long Ko. Eve Long. Lydia Mansfield. Eve McCardle. Amber Morale. Alexander Eromsir Oiweri. Caitlin Robson. Iman Sagir. Dejanira Sanha. Harpreet Shocker. Madeline Louise Taylor. Savannah Toppin Placide. Holly Twycross. Sadie Wainwright. Leah Yates. Sociology and Criminology with a year abroad, Zara Anthony. Sociology and Social Policy, Ira Alisa Binti Zulhata. Sienna Daniel. Lauren Dixon. Connie Duck. Iraba Mensa. Alicia Grace Pierce. Grace Redfern. Kieran Sohal. Kanika Sophia Williams. Sociology and Social Policy with year abroad, Harriet Walker. Sociology and Social Policy with year in Civic Leadership, Anna Elizabeth Tabner. Sociology with year abroad, Andriana Gabrielazzi. Charlotte Elizabeth Packer. Birmingham Business School, Doctor of Philosophy, for research on the impact of peer-to-peer lending, Tanzila Hanif. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our student representative who's going to give a speech on behalf of the graduating cohort. So please join me in welcoming Louis Scaife.
Thank you. I'd like to begin by thanking all the family, friends and staff who have come to share this momentous day with us. Years of hard work, late nights, deadlines and many runs for sweet treats have all culminated in today, graduation. When I was first asked to do this speech, I was so excited to represent you all as my cohort. But I soon realised what I'd actually put myself up for, and I was very, very scared. So while I'm full of nerves, I hope to get through the next 5 minutes without any mishaps. I'm sure many students and parents here agree that it feels like only yesterday we were freshers, plagued with nerves but blessed with excitement. I personally spent my first week missing my mum and wanting to go home, but I know I'm not the only one who is wondering if we made the right decision. I'm so glad we all stuck with it. We've evolved from freshers who were scared to use their own kitchen into graduates with bright futures. Not only have we gained degrees, but we've gained social skills and confidence, where time after time over the past few years, we've all stepped out of our comfort zones. This is something I'm sure we'll continue to do for the rest of our lives, and Birmingham has prepared us to do so. Well, many of you might expect me to say that I'll miss my classmates or teachers the most. The truth is that I'll personally miss the library the most. I spent late-night study sessions there, the life-saving panini meal deals, and the library. It's been a second home for many of us. Similarly, the Guild, I know, will also be missed by many. I know many of you enjoyed the sports night, and I'm sure Wednesdays will feel very quiet without it. Others, myself included, have worked for the Guild for the past few years, will miss the people we worked with, studied with, and partied with. Since being here at Birmingham, I've made so many unforgettable memories. I met my best friends and encountered people from many walks of life. I believe that's what makes the University of Birmingham such a special place. Coming from a pretty small town, Birmingham has opened my eyes to so many new cultures and experiences. I remember in second year, while helping out an open day, I encountered a prospective student who worried they didn't have a place here at the university. This student reminded me of myself, a working-class teenager, the first generation in the family to go to university, scared they wouldn't fit in at university at all. Yet here I am, standing in front of you, celebrating a milestone in all of our lives. My time at this university has taught me that no matter who you are, where you come from, or what your goals of the future are, you always have a place. Be it here or elsewhere, we all deserve to have a place and hold on to it with confidence. As students belonging to the School of Social Policy, we've debated the structure and nature of society, politics and ethics. We've lived through some major political and societal shifts and debated them both in academia and personal discussion. I personally believe that now, more than ever, the social sciences are increasingly crucial in understanding how the world is changing and how it impacts us and future generations. The challenges and changes we've experienced over the past few years have all changed us into the people we have here today. Confident, insightful graduates who will use the confidence and skills gained here at Birmingham to shape the future into one that we wish to see. On behalf of the graduating cohort, I'd like to thank all of the staff of the College of Social Sciences, especially the supervisors who have helped us through the most stressful times in our degrees. I'd like to extend a personal thank you to both Dr. Chris Smith and Dr. Emily Ball, who helped me believe in myself in times of doubt, encouraged me and other students here to achieve their full potential. Finally, a massive thank you to all the family and friends here today who have supported us through all of our studies. I'm sure I speak of all the graduates here when I say we could not have done it without your love and support. Today may be about us, but we know we couldn't be here without you. Congratulations to the class of 2025. No matter what paths we take into our future, I'm sure we will all cherish the memories we have made during our time at the University of Birmingham. Let's carry the courage and community we found here at Birmingham and use them to shape a future that we'd like to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Lou. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, let's try that again. Good afternoon, everyone. That's all right. One more time. Good afternoon, everyone. Right, let's remember this is a celebration. I don't think you made enough noise, actually, so I'm going to ask you to do it one more time. Can you raise the roof for all our class of 2025 as loud as you can? Whistles, stomps, anything you want, please. That's pretty good. I'm doing a few graduations, and I think that was the loudest one yet. You need to keep up that tempo for the next few minutes, if you can. My name is Sandy Okoro. It's my honour to be the Chancellor of this amazing university. In addition to being Chancellor, I also studied law and politics here, so I'm a graduate too. But as you saw, today was much more than just being Chancellor and having the honour of handing out the degrees. I saw my son Max graduate as well, which was awesome. Holding it. And not bursting into tears took all my professional will as a Chancellor, I can tell you. It's wonderful to have all the family, friends and supporters here for the graduates. And in my heart, I'm down there with you rather than up here on stage on this very special day. And I don't think, and I'm sure it's the same for all of you, that there isn't a word in the English language that really describes the pride you feel today in your graduate. So one more time, raise the roof of applause for your graduate that you've come to support. I do think you're my best crowd yet. I love you. I love you. So I, as I said, have the honour of being the Chancellor. I'm the first female Chancellor of the... in the 125-year history of this university, and there have only been 8. I'm the 8th, so that's quite something. So I follow in the footsteps of many great Chancellors, including our first one and founder, Joseph Chamberlain, for whom the clock tower outside is named. And so 125th birthday, which we've been celebrating this year, is quite something. So you know what I'm going to ask you to do. Raise the roof one more time to wish University of Birmingham a happy birthday as loud as you can. I am part of 3 generations of Okoros who've been through this university. My mother from the Windrush generation studied nursing at QE. I'm from the Sony Walkman generation, and as I said, I studied law and politics. And Max from the TikTok generation has just graduated in criminology. So that's quite something. So for me, this is a bit like a homecoming in many ways. But I think we need to take some time out for the class of 2025 to make some noise now, to celebrate all your supporters, your families and friends in the front. So the class of 25 at the back, make some noise. I want you to now celebrate everybody who supported you through this journey, who's sitting here today. Off you go, make some noise. Well done, sir, well done. I'm going to ask you to make some noise again for all the faculty staff here who supported you through this journey, who I know many of you feel very close to and fond of and really want to show some appreciation. So to the faculty here, please, make some noise. This University of Birmingham is actually a place of many firsts. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. I learnt a lot of this when I became Chancellor rather than here as a student. But it's the first civic university in the United Kingdom. And that means it was founded on a belief that education should be a force for public good, not for private privilege. And that's a spirit that resonates today. It's the first university to have a faculty of commerce. It's the first university to incorporate a medical school into the university and to welcome women to take medical degrees. It's the first university to establish a comprehensive school, which is the University of Birmingham School. And my favourite one, it's the first university to offer a degree in physical education. So many, many firsts there. We also have had 10 Nobel Prize winners, which is pretty amazing. And there have been many inventions here. I'll just give you a few. The cavity magnetron. Now, many of you may not know what that is, but it was used to transform radar, particularly and help alter the course of World War II. But more importantly, it's in your microwave ovens. They wouldn't work without that, so thank you for the cavity magnetron, invented at the University of Birmingham. The airbag that saved millions of lives in road accidents across the world, invented at the University of Birmingham. Pacemakers and heart valves, invented at the University of Birmingham. And today our labs are doing many cancer treatments and medical advances that are going to change the face of healthcare and save many lives. So this university doesn't just teach history, it makes it. Now, graduates, class of 2025, you will always belong here. You are part of the University of Birmingham family now. You're very special because you are graduates. And I'm sure that everything you've achieved today has not been easy. I'm sure you had to work really hard for it. And maybe there are times when you felt you wanted to give up, but you didn't. You are here today, and you have the right to stand tall. But I want you to remember that this place will always be your home. Many of you will form friendships here that will last forever. Those friendships will be there to celebrate all the joys and to prop you up when things don't go so well. So cherish them. And remember, we are always here for you. We have a great career service. We have an alumni network. I know you want to get out through that door and start the next bit of your life, but remember, we will always be here. But I want to share something with you now, class of 2025, which may be a little bit controversial, given that you've all just graduated, we've just celebrated all of that, and clearly you're all very, very clever because you've got your degrees now. But let me tell you this. Cleverness is overrated. Being clever on its own will never, ever be enough. I'm not saying that the money you just spent on your education is not worth it. Far from it. It's worth every penny. But on its own, it will not get you very far. So I want to give you 5 things that I think you need to have alongside cleverness. The first one, curiosity. Never stop learning. It hasn't finished today. Never stop asking questions. Never stop exploring. Always go beyond your comfort zone. Don't stay there. Always remember that opinion is not fact. What is the data telling you? What's the proof? Be your own fact checker. Be curious. Albert Einstein said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." The second one, motivation. Set your sights high as you possibly can. Dream big and then bigger still. Have goals with a purpose and then remember to turn them into action. When I was little, I was in a classroom. I was about 7 or 8, and the teacher went around the classroom and said, "What does everybody want to do when they grow up?" And I said I wanted to be a judge. And my teacher said to me, "I'm sorry, Sandy, but little black girls from Balham don't become judges." And I thought in that moment in time, I'm going to do exactly what I want to do and not listen to that rubbish piece of advice that teacher has just given me. Even at 8, I knew that wasn't good advice. So, never let somebody else's limitations about you be limitations about yourself. Be the best version of yourself that you can be, not a second-rate version of someone else. The third one is people skills. Life is not a solo act. There is no I in team. Learn to connect, learn to be compassionate, learn to be patient, and build bridges. Now, some people are not people, and that is okay. So if you're not a people person, then just swap people for perspective. The world needs thinkers and observers as much as talkers and doers. If you see the world differently to someone else, then maybe that's just the very insight we need to make the world a better place. There is an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. 4, resilience. We are all going to fall down. It will happen. You will set your sights on something and it won't quite happen the way you want it. You will fall down. Failure is not the falling down. Failure is the not getting back up again. If you fall down, it will happen. You won't quite achieve what you want to achieve. If you want to stay down there for a while, fine. Have a cup of tea, have a chocolate biscuit, eat the whole packet. Whatever it is that's going to make you feel better. But get back up. Do not stay down there. And sometimes you will want to hear a yes to do whatever, a yes to get into a course, whatever it is. And sometimes you'll get a no and it'll be a bit of surprise. But a no will open up more opportunities for you than actually that yes. That yes would have sent you down a narrow passage. Now you've got everything else to choose from. So never, ever think a no is a bad thing. Embrace that no and think, what am I going to do now? The whole world is my oyster. So go after that dream and dream big. There was a famous hairdresser in the 1960s called Vidal Sassoon, and he said, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. So you have to put the work in. Don't think it will come easily. And the last one is kindness. Kindness is not a weakness. It's courage in action. It takes courage to be kind. Desmond Tutu said, do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. So, dream big. Reach for the stars. You reach for the stars, you get the moon, as they say. And no, I'm not a judge yet. Well, if there's anyone from the Ministry of Justice who's looking for a judge, give me a call. But I'm not, but I'm still dreaming there. I'm still thinking about that. You have to think big if you want big. Now, there is a quote I like, which is, with great power comes great responsibility. Anyone know who said that? Well done, thank you. I knew someone would reach out and say Uncle Ben. Well done. Uncle Ben from Spider-Man said that. With great power comes great responsibility. But actually, it originally a quote from Voltaire. So, remember, class of 2025, now you have the power, through your education, through your choices, through your voice, to shape the world. Please shape it well. And I'm going to leave you with a quote from Nelson Mandela. There is no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. So, class of 2025, I salute you. Go out into the world, support one another, be kind, be bold, live your dreams, and never forget your superpower will always be the fact that you're a University of Birmingham graduate. So congratulations. Go change the world. I can't wait to see what you're going to do. Go be great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I declare this congregation closed.
The ceremony that completes the university journey for hundreds of Birmingham alumni has come to an end. The procession begins to stream out of the Great Hall, carrying with them the maces that were set down at the start of the ceremony. It's a nice bit of visual poetry that bookends the ceremony. As those maces are carried forward, so too are our graduates onto their next adventure. This is a powerful moment for our graduates, representing the culmination of years of dedicated study. The education, connections, and friendships they have made at Birmingham will last a lifetime. The University of Birmingham is known for producing great thinkers, change makers, and innovators. From Nobel Prize winners to sporting champions, this institution has shaped minds that go on to make a real difference in the world. Today's graduates are stepping into that legacy, ready to make their mark, whether they're heading into research, launching businesses, or, let's be honest, finally taking a proper break before the next adventure begins. From the Great Hall to the wider world, our graduates will carry the knowledge, ambition, and spirit of Birmingham in their next chapter. Wherever you're watching from, this is not just an ending, it is the beginning of something exceptional.